Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another game of Majestic13. This is, I think, our 17th mission. Although we're still only ranked 11 because we've had a few TPKs, we have played 17 games and I am very much enjoying Majestic13, I have to say. Even though some of these missions have been quite tough and some of these aliens have been quite hard to take down. So, what have we got catching up? So, we had a complete TPK last game. We had Cap came all clear. Speedy got a symbiont muscle bonding. Tank is weakened. Doc was a successful clone. And Snipes came out all clear. We then rolled for acquisitions. We got some weapon stability implants, which we gave to Doc and Snipes, who have the grenade launchers, the rocket launchers, explosive launchers. So they no longer will have that -4 affecting them. In the advanced research laboratory, which is one of the upgrades that you build to your base, we had a new discovery, which is the echolocation device. Which we picked it, but you roll to say discover and then you pick which one you want. And because we've had all those problems with blinded, we picked that. What that means is that if you're within 6 inches of your target, then you count as not being blinded, which is great. Apart from the alien that we rolled is a Mind Raker, which I'll show you the model in a minute. It was painted by my friend Mandy. First ever model she painted, and it looks pretty awesome if you ask me, but I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, the Mind Raker just so happens to have a special ability that if an enemy attempts to make an attack within 6 inches, then their combat score counts as 10. So we'll be able to see it using echolocation because the Mind Raker can blind you, but we won't be able to hit it. Anyway, we rolled Urban. I decided to set up kind of similar to one of the, I think it was the second special mission, which I did like as a warehouse sort of dock area. I decided to set the table up as a form of dockland sort of area, and hopefully it looks okay. I'll show you that. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you, so I'll show you that now, and then I'll go through the initiative orders like normal, and then we can start. Oh, one last thing. I have remembered. No, I'll do that afterwards. So we have the table. I set it up kind of like an area of the docks. So the blue over there is of course water. I've done some little barriers down the side. We have a truck coming in, we have our crane, we have several buildings, bits of junk, and we have our Mind Raker. This is of course from the, I think it's the Mansions of Madness board game. It is a star spawn, which I thought worked quite nicely. We will put the Mind Raker down here. So what do we need to know first? So yes, our initiative orders. So I will quickly go through our initiative orders first. What we have is we have Cap will be going on 28, and then the Mind Raker on 28. We have Speedy on 27, Tank on 24, Doc on 21, the Mind Raker again on 18, and then Snipes bringing up the rear on 13. Because I'm always forgetting the ablative armor, I have written a big A, like an anarchist symbol, next to everyone's hit point. So hopefully I won't forget that they have the ablative armor on. And I think that is about it. We can now start on round 1. So first at the top we have Cap. We've got Cap down here. Actually, we've got Cap down here. Then we've got Speedy's deployed there. Doc is deployed there. Then we have Tank here and Snipes there. So Cap first. Cap has a dexterity of 11. We have 8. 9, 10 gets him to the corner where he can see the star spawn over on the side, and then Cap will attempt to make a shot with the launcher He has the weapon stability implant, which means that he doesn't have the -4. So he has a combat total of 22. The Mind Raker has a defense of 24. So Cap needs to roll 2s. 13s. Yay! We get a hit on the first turn, which is 4d6 plus 2. Oh, good hit. So we get 16, we get 18 hit points. So the Mind Raker takes 18. It's on 140, taking it to 122. Good first hit. Now the Mind Raker. So the Mind Raker is a Ravager. We have the Ravager starting its activation outside 1 inch of an enemy. If it has an area attack handy, which it's only air attacks only if it activates within 18 inches of multiple enemies, which it might be actually. So that's 12. Yeah, potentially. If I move this out to 18 inches, these two here are within 18 inches, and Cap is within 18 inches. So I don't think little tank would count because, Doc would count because Doc's outside of vision. But we do have it starting within 80. So if the Mind Raker activates 18 inches of at least 2 enemies and it did not utilise Visions of Nightmares during its last activation, it will now use Visions of Nightmare. All enemies within 18 inches of the Mind Raker must succeed on a dex check of 25 or suffer 2d6 damage and become blinded. Okay. So, we will do Snipes and Tank. Snipes is red, Tank is green. So I'm pretty sure that is a foul and foul. That is a foul and foul. So both of those foul, and then we have Cap. 13, that's a 24, so that fouls. So all 3 fouls. So we'll use blue today to represent blinded. So all 3 are blind. Awesome. And all 3 take, what did I say? All 3 take 2d6 damage. So, all 3 take 2d6 damage, but ablative armor, they don't take any damage, so they're just blinded. So I will mark that their ablative armor has been used. Yay, me for remembering. Okay, that was our Mind Raker. Next we have Speedy. Speedy is down here. Speedy with a dex of 13. I think Speedy will run up next to Cap. And then Speedy is going to call in the advanced drones, which is from our upgrade to attack the Mind Raker. It's a plus 19 attack. So that would give us 25, beating its 24, which is 5d6 straight, if I remember rightly. So that gives us 5, 9, 12, 16. So it now takes 16 hit points, taking it to 106. So that was Speedy. Now we have Tank. Tank being down here. Tank is blinded. Blinded gives us a dex check to succeed, to get rid of blinded. His dex is 8. He needs to get a 25, which means he needs to roll 17s. So he needs to roll 17s. 19. So he gets a 19. So Tank is not blinded. Okay, awesome. So Tank will then, what's he got? He's got the heavy repeater. So Tank will move his 8 dexterity, which will take him, let's move him to the edge over here. And then he will open up on the Mind Raker. He has So taking the -2, he would then get a 14 to hit. So he needs 9s. 18, that's a hit. Doing 3d6 plus 2. Doing 11, doing 13 hit points on the Mind Raker, taking it to 93. Leaving the Mind Raker on 93 hit points. We're doing good, lads. We're doing good. Okay, so that was Tank. Next we have Doc. Doc is down here. Okay. Doc has a dexterity of 13. So I think Doc is going to... What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that will take Doc using his jump gear. He'll go to there, initiate the jump gear, and then come across to here. I don't know. I'm going to say that Doc can make a shot from there because, I mean, strictly speaking, that ledge is a bit high, but maybe he'll lean over the edge. Maybe instead he went to there. And look, he's standing there, and allegedly the rule is, if it sits, or if it fits, it sits, or if it sits, it fits, or if it can stand there, it can band there, something. So Doc's up there. Doc has his high energy rifle. He has targeting assist, but he doesn't have the stability thing, so he does get affected. You know, cover does affect him. I don't think it's going to have cover against Doc. Doc has a 17. Oh no, Doc has a 19 because he has +2 for the targeting assist, and the high energy rifle bestows a +2 on him. So Doc is on a 19, needs to hit a 24. 24 exactly, +5. Wow. The high energy rifle does 2d6. Doing 7 points. Now, I think I did forget something. Whenever the Mind Raker is hit by an attack that does not have the silent keyword, it reduces the damage by 3 points. So I'm going to give it 3 points back for each one of the attacks. So that instead of being 7, that's a 4. And it was hit 3 times, so I gave it 9 hit points back, putting it on 98 hit points. So Doc knocks it down technically to 98 hit points. Is there anything else I've forgotten? Nope, just whenever it's hit by an attack that does not have the silent keyword, it reduces the damage by 3. And some of these have got things that will reduce their damage as well, which I'll try and remember. So who do we have now? So that was Doc. Now we have the Mind Raker, who is on the 18. It's still outside of everyone. If it activates outside of activation, does not have an area attack available, and it did not move during its last activation, it will move its full movement distance into cover. And then it will attack the closest enemy with line of sight. So I think it is going to move its full movement distance by scampering up, coming across and coming down over to here, which will then put it into cover. And then it is going to do a shot on Cap, who is over here. Now, because it's coming over this way, I am going to be cruel but kind to the team and say that Cap, who is the blinded one, Cap is in cover, so it has to do a cover attack against Cap. So it is going to use its Mind Stab attack. Makes a single attack with its Mind Stab, range, psionic, 1d6 plus 2 damage. If the attack hits, the target must succeed on a fort check of 25 or be stunned. So it has a combat of 21. Lowest is a 1. It misses. Nice. Okay, so now we have Snipes, who is blinded, and Snipes only has a dexterity of 7. So whereas Snipes thought he'd get a shot, Snipes is not getting a shot. But anyway, first off, Snipes tries to get rid of blinded. Natural 20. Natural 20 will get rid of blinded. So Snipes is no longer blind. Oops, put that in the wrong pot. But Snipes only has a movement of 7. So Snipes can run along to the edge over here and in the shadows, and then hopefully be able to get... Actually, if he run along to this edge over there, then he might be able to do a jump next, actually onto the roof, which would then give him a better attack next time. And so he will run along to the edge there, and rather than waste that turn, Snipes will attempt to trigger the call to aid to bring those drones in. So basically, Snipes need to roll, what, a 5? A 6. 6 does it. Okay, so the call to aid comes in, which is a plus 25 attack? Plus 21 attack, doing 5d6 plus 4. So a plus 21 attack, being there, 33, that hits, doing 5d6 plus 4 damage. Doing 12, 16, 18, 19, doing 23 points of damage. So that's taking 3 off, doing 20 points, knocking it down to 98. Now that means we've used our call to aid and our advanced drones. So we'll do foobar now, should have done it at the beginning. 4, so that's no foobar. Snipes is the last, on to round 2. Round 2 we have Cap. Cap is blinded. Blinded is the dex check at 25. Cap has a dex of 11, needing to roll 14s. Nat 20 again. Oh, we're getting a lot of nat 20s to get rid of blinded. So Cap is no longer blinded. That dude is over there. Cap has a dex of 11. Maybe Cap... no, because that's going to put him within 6 inches. Maybe Cap will use jump boots to come up to here and then get the shot in that way. So over there, taking a shot, Cap has his 22 to hit, so needing to roll 3s. 16 hits. We could have done with that 20. Doing 4d6 plus 2. So that 3 is from the armor, so plus 2, so giving us 9, giving us 13 points on the Mind Raker, leaving it on 65 hit points. It will go into Extremis on 40. Now we have the Mind Raker. I guess it could use the Visions of Nightmare again. No one is blinded within it. Visions of Nightmare would be the 18 inches. Let's open up that again. Everything within 18 inches would be pretty much everyone. So we can imagine it's a sight like, I think it's to do, I think you still need line of sight. But if it's a psionic wave that is just pulse out, if we're going to say line of sight, then we can go Speedy, Cap, Doc, and Tank and Snipes are okay. So this is a blinded would be, well, it's a dex check at 25. So we'll do red's Cap, green Speedy. Cap is fine, I'm pretty sure Speedy is fine. And then we have Doc, 19, Doc's probably fine as well. Doc is fine. So they all save against the attack from the Mind Raker, who sends out a pulse of visions, nightmarish type visions, pulse out from the Mind Raker. They fall to their knees, clutching their heads, but shake off the terrifying nightmares of bills and tax, and maybe people finding out about UAPs and it being on the news, and departments of defence having to come up with different excuses. Moving on, we have Speedy. Now Speedy no longer has anything that Speedy can call in really, so Speedy might do a maneuver, use jump boots to come up and be, I don't know, that would still give an angle of attack. Not great though. All right, Speedy will move across and jump up to here then. And then we'll attempt to do a shot down just using Speedy's R-Tech pistol. So Speedy has a 15 attack, which means that Speedy needs 9s. 2. So Speedy misses. Well, someone had to. Next we have Tank. Tank is down here. What is Tank's dexterity? Tank's dexterity is only 8. Don't know if we can get Tank into a position where Tank can actually attack. 1 inch. I can't remember what we said that was. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'd be 5 would bring Tank to here. There is no angle of attack from there. 8 brings Tank to here. There is no angle of attack from there either, but it does bring Tank up to there. Tank has nothing that Tank can do from there. I can't think of what Tank could do, but at least it brings Tank up and more into range. So Tank will jump boots up to there, and that's the end of Tank's go. And then we have Doc, who is here. And Doc has got a dex of 13 and so can probably move over to there. Come on. Being about 8. And then Tank will fire the high energy rifle from there, which is a 19. So Tank needs 4s. 13 hits, doing 2d6 damage. Doing 6 minus the 3, doing 3 points, putting it on 62 points. Now we have the Mind Raker again. Now, it did its area attack. Nobody's blinded within range, which means it's going to attempt to move its dex of 25 into a position of cover and then do an attack, a single attack. So it could, if it remanœuvers over to here, it's in cover but not great, but moving 25 it could probably get all the way around over to here. If it situates itself behind, let's say it will maneuver itself behind the crane and then it will shoot on Snipes, who's down the bottom. That should be 25, shouldn't it? So this is marked out as 18. So we've got 4. So that is 22 is to there. Probably not. Probably that's further. Maybe we will stick it behind here. So it will be on the edge, near the water, have some cover, it feels, and then it's going to try and take a shot at Snipes, who's just over there, straight line. It will use its Mind Stab, which is a plus 21 attack. 12, so definitely hit. 21, oh, that's 33. 33 against Snipes. Snipes' defense is 33. Snipes has used Snipes' ablative armor, so this will hit Snipes. It is a 1d6 plus 2 attack, doing 5 points against Snipes, leaving Snipes on 20, and Snipes needs to make, this is a fault check or be stunned. A 13, I don't think Snipes has a 12 fault. Snipes has a 10 fault, so putting on 23, so Snipes becomes stunned. End of the Mind Raker's turn. Now it is Snipes' turn. Being stunned, I believe that is a 25 fault check. 13 is a 23, so Snipes is still stunned, which means he's on half move. half combat score, which means he has a 3-inch move, so he will just stagger over to here and then will attempt to make an attack. Snipes has a massive attack. Snipes is a 27, so we'll call that a 26, giving Snipes a 13. So Snipes does a 13 attack. So 13, that's 25. Only just hitting its defense by 1. Now Snipes, because of his massive combat, actually gets a +1 d6. So Snipes does 5d6 plus 2. Doing 11, 13, well 13, so I'll call that 10. 18, doing 20 points, putting it on 42 hit points, 2 points away from Extremis. Good work, Snipes. Wow, we're doing this quite well. Round 2, and it's already down to 42. I thought it was going to rip us apart. End of round 2, we'll try Fubar. A 1, nothing. Round 3. Top of round 3, we have Cap. Cap is over here. Cap has a dexterity of 11, so Cap will leg it over to the other corner and shoot down using his launcher. Doing a 22, so needing 3s. 18. Just no one's critting. Everyone's critting the saves, not critting the hitting. Doing 4d6 plus 2. So the 2 and the 1 is a 3. So doing 8 points. Moving it to 34. It is now in Extremis. And that's the end of turn. Now we have the Raker. Raker being in Extremis. When was it? Is it if a ranged attack? Oh, it should have had extra goes probably. I probably forgot all about that. It should have had extra goes when on a missed ranged attack. I don't think there was, man. I think it maybe had 2 misses on it. Sorry, Mind Raker. But you are a star spawn and an abomination. So it takes 2d6 damage being in Extremis. Taking 7 points, putting it on 27. Now it will have 2 goes. So the first one will be its area attack, which will be Snipes, Doc, and Snipes, Cap, and Tank. So Snipes and Cap. Snipes, red, Cap, greens. I think that's 2 fouls. That's 2 fouls, so both are blinded, and I'll do the damage afterwards. And then we have Tank. 50, maybe. This is Dex, isn't it? So 50, that's 22, so no. And then all 3 of them take 2d6 damage. So we have Snipes takes 8 points of damage, leaving Snipes on 12. Then we have Doc. When we have Cap taking 8 points of damage, coincidental, leaving him on 19. And Doc's ablative armor will absorb that. Wait, I remembered again. So that was the Mind Raker's first go, and then on its second go, it is going to maneuver into cover. I mean, it could bounce back to where it was and then attack Doc from over there. Or it could come running across this way. Oh, actually, it's got people within 18 inches who are blinded. I think there's a thing that it does. If the Mind Raker activates within 18 inches of at least one enemy that is blinded and it did not utilise Overwhelming Vision in its last activation, it will now use Overwhelming Visions. Right. So those 3 that are blinded are within 18 inches, which is why they hit first time. So now it's going to try and overwhelm them, which means all 3 of them must make a 28 fault check. I think for a few of them that's impossible. or they will take 2d6 plus 3 damage and be stunned. So Cap, 28 would mean that Cap needs to roll a 16. All right, let's see if Cap rolls a 16. Nope, so Cap is affected. So Cap is stunned and takes 2d6 plus 3. So he takes 10 points, leaving Cap on 9. And Cap is stunned, which we will use the yellow one for, because we did before. Then we will have, we'll use Snipes. Snipes has a fortitude of 10, so Snipes needs to roll 18s. And at 20, Snipes is fine. He was already stunned though. And then finally we have Tank. Tank has a fortitude of 4. Tank cannot pass, so Tank will take 2d6 plus 3 damage. Tank takes 9 points damage and is stunned. And Tank's ablative armor has been used. Tank is now on 10 hit points. That was its second go from the Extremis, which means we now are on Speedy, who is over here. Speedy will use, can the jump gear? Yeah, I'm going to say he'll do like a mid bounce with the jump gear, and he will move across. She will move across to there and attempt to do a shot with the Artec pistol down. Speedy has 15s. 15 and 5 is 20, so missing, which means it goes again. So as it's in Extremis, it goes again. I guess it does its double move again, which means it takes 2d6 damage. It takes 6 points of damage, leaving it on 21. It will then... What will it do? What will it do? It will probably do a single shot attack, won't it? So it's going to do a single shot mind stab attack against Cap, who this is where it will maneuver. This is where it's going to run around, isn't it? So it's going to run somewhere. Well, we got 24. I will make it leg it down here. Past here, so there's a swift movement and a smell of, I don't know, plasma, star spawn, and then it will shoot Speedy, who's sitting out in the open. It has, this is a ranged attack, com of 21, that being a 37, definitely hitting. Doing 1d6 plus 2 to Speedy, doing 3 hit points on Speedy. Speedy hasn't been hit before, so just ablative armor. And then Speedy needs to make a fort check of 25, which means Speedy needs 13s. Missing means Speedy is stunned. Okay, that was its first one, and then it has its second one, which would probably be Overwhelming Visions again, wouldn't it? Because, no, is blinded. Well, we still have 3 that are blinded over there. Maybe it will attempt to do the 3 that are blinded over there and remove them from the board, because they're all within 18 inches. And at least one enemy that is blinded did not use Overwhelming Vision during its last activation. It will now use Overwhelming Vision. All blinded enemies within 18 inches with Mind Raker succeed on a fortitude check of 28 or suffer 2d6 plus 3 and are stunned. Okay. So we have, we'll start with Tank. Tank rolled a 14. Did I say a fort check? I did. Of 28, which is, no, one short. One short. So Tank, who is already stunned, takes 2d6 plus 3, takes 11 hit points. Tank was on 10, so Tank goes down. Oh, let's make him fall off the roof. Tank falls off the roof. Splat. Cap. is a 13. That's a 25, which is too short. So Cap takes 2d6 plus 3. Cap has 9 hit points left, which is 8. Putting Cap on 1 hit point, and Cap is already stunned. And then we have Snipes, who's just tucked around in the corner. Snipes has a fortitude of 10, so needs to make 18s. 12, tank. Snipe fails. Snipe has 12 hit points left. 2d6 plus 3, which is 8. Leaving Snipes on 4. And Snipes is just around the corner, okay? And that is its triggered go. That was Speedy, so now we have Tank is down. Doc is over here. Doc will relocate to over this point here, and Doc will attempt to shoot with the high energy rifle. Doc has 19s, rolling 17, so definitely hitting. Doing 2d6, doing 8 minus 3 is 5, doing 5 hit points, leaving it on 16 hit points. That was Doc coming over onto corner, which means now we're onto the Mind Raker's turn. In Extremis, so it takes 2 hit points damage, taking 6 points, leaving it on 10. All right, it didn't use its Visions of Nightmare last, it used Overwhelming Vision, so it will do Visions of Nightmares, which is everyone within 18 inches, which is everyone, needs to make a 25 dex check. So we'll have Doc up on the corner. Doc has a dex of 13, meaning Doc needs 12s. 16, Doc succeeds. Then we have Speedy with Speedy's 13 dex, means Speedy also needs 12s. Speedy gets exactly 12, Speedy's fine. We have Cap with his 11, meaning Cap needs 14s. Cap fails. So Cap was already stunned, but Cap takes 2d6 damage. Cap's on 1 hit point, Cap goes down. Splat. Then we have Snipes in the corner. Snipes has a dex of 7, so means Snipes needs 18s. Snipe has 4 hit points left. Snipe needs 18s. Nat 20. So Snipe succeeds. That was its first go, I think. I think I forgot that as well with the Extremis second go for the thingy last game. So on its second go, it could use Overwhelming Visions. So it's just done Visions of Nightmares. It could now try Overwhelming Visions because we do at least have... We've only got one blinded person though, and that blinded person is Snipes. So attempting to remove Snipes from the board would be the best bet because Snipes goes next. So that would remove Snipes, which means that we couldn't get a kill within round 4. Not that we probably can anyway, because Snipes may not have the manoeuvring. But Snipes has a fortitude of 10. I think this is a fort check, isn't it? Yep. Which means Snipe needs to roll 18s, or Snipe will take 2d6 plus 4, 2d6 plus 3, which means Snipe will definitely go down. So Snipe needs to roll 18s. 18! 18 bang on. Ha ha. Okay. Ha. Poor old Mind Raker. So Snipes now at the end of the go. Snipes has a move of 7, which could bring Snipes to... Oh, no he doesn't. Snipes has a move of... Oh, Snipes will try and shift the stunned. Oh, and he's blinded. Alright. So 3, what would 3 take Snipes to? He can only shift 1, can't he? Ah, oh. Booger. If he shifts 7, would possibly put him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, would put him there, but he would be blinded, but there he's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's just within 6, so the echolocation would work, but his combat will be reduced to 10 because he's within 6, but it still means he gets a shot and is feasibly could do 10 points damage. But that means he needs to shift the stun and leave the blinded. Stun is a fault check and Snipes' fault is better. So Snipes needs to roll a 15 to remove that stunned. 18. Snipes removes the stunned, so Snipes is still blinded. So Snipes will then do that movement. 1, 1, 2, 3, so being 4, 5, 6, 7. So Snipes will run blinded to here until the echo sensing unit starts to trigger off. Snipes is within 6 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, within 6 inches. So there are waves of distracting energy coming off the Mind Raker, but the echolocation device has located him. So Snipes now technically has a combat of 10, which probably means he no longer has the +2 or the crit range. Sorry, doesn't have the +1 damage or the crit range or the +1 d6. So Snipes has a 10 combat effectively. So Snipes needs to roll 14s. 15. A 15 to hit. All right, so getting a 25, which hits it, but he doesn't have, because he's technically has a combat of 10, so he doesn't have his +1 d6 from having a massive combat. He doesn't have the +1 damage from having the combat and didn't do the crit range anyway. So that gives him a 4d6 +1. So he has 4d6 from the weapon, and the +1 comes from our Advanced Weapons Research Laboratory in the base. It has 10 hit points remaining. So we do 10, 16 hit points. A grenade hits the Mind Raker, exploding in its front carapace. Bits of Mind Raker go all over the place, and the Mind Raker goes down. Good old blinded Snipes. All within round 3. Excellent. So that was I think that was one of the longest games we've had in quite a bit, because most of our games now have come down into around the half hour, but I think that came out a bit over half hour. So the Mind Raker went down. The beautifully painted Mind Raker fell, still taking out approximately 50% of the team. That blinded, that echolocation sensor, that basically saved the day, because that allowed Snipes to get into range and actually get a shot, even though being blinded. I think that saved the day. I don't know whether we would have put it down otherwise, because Doc and Speedy do not have the damage output, the potential damage output. So that was awesome. That was really cool. I quite enjoyed that. Very much enjoyed that. Very much enjoying Majestic13. Outstanding. Long, nice for solo. Nice mix of things. We're slowly creeping up on the end part. I don't know what we'll be doing next, but anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Very much appreciate you watching. Very much appreciate the likes. Do like if you did enjoy. If you've watched this far, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It does help surface this to other people, so other people can experience the joy of Majestic13 and Twilight 2000. And I'm thinking of starting Dragonbane closer to the end of the year. Thank you very much. Do comment. I don't think I missed anything. I think sticking a few mechanisms, like writing the A next to things. I didn't forget the Extremist second go. I don't think I forgot anything. If I noticed anything in the edit, I'll put little comments up. If you noticed anything that I missed, do say in the comments. Otherwise, thank you very much, and I'll see you for the next game of Majestic13. Goodbye.